Welcome to the show. You're watching UAP Truth 33. I'm John. I'm your host. Today I got these pictures that I was able to get off of this website. I guess it's like a reporting site where you can report sightings and stuff. And these photos, man, I don't want to hear it no more. People saying, "Oh, it's always these fuzzy pictures and you can't see anything." These photos are crystal clear. You're gonna love this. These UFOs, and this is back from the early 2000s when we were still using flip phones. So these pictures are awesome. So I'm going to show you those. We're going to get into some other things, man. Maybe talk a little bit about, you know, just experiences in general with this subject. Not only the things in the sky, the lights in the sky, the footage that people were catching, the saucers and stuff. But I want to talk about, like, the more uh, sometimes I like to get a little crazy with it. So we might do that today. I don't know. It might be a shorter show. I think so. I'm probably going to do a double bubble today, do 2 episodes in one. So, yeah. So please stay tuned. Be right back. Look at that. So this was Brazil. Hold on, let me see. This came out of Brazil in 2006. Look at that. And that one's awesome, man. And that's just one of them. I got a few of them. Awesome pics, man. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description. And you can also you can report sightings to these people. You can upload your photos to them. I found a bunch. Some people want money for them. So I'll have to leave a copyright disclaimer in the description also. But no, I want you guys to check these other ones out. Look at this one, man. Look at that. You guys see that? That one was one of my favorites. And look, none of these have been tampered with or anything. And the only ones that I took were cropped. So you're getting the original photos. But some of these are really amazing, man. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, there's one, it's like an actual saucer where you see the bubble on the top, like Jetsons. I don't know if you guys remember the Jetsons. And, they'd have that bubble on top of it. Just like some crazy stuff, and it's clear as day. So check it out. I wanted to show you guys this one before we get to the Jetsons saucer with the bubble, because this one looks a lot like the Dorchester, UK one. And this specific one here reminds me of these dragons that you see on Robert Shape's channel. Those of you who ain't familiar, it's called the Custodian File. Please go check that out. These things will buzz past aircraft at these crazy rates of speed. We're talking like thousands of miles per hour, to the point where you can't even see them with the naked eye. You got to basically catch them with your camera. Now you can do it with your phone, but I believe you said 60 frames per second, and then you go back, you watch the footage slowed down, and like so many frames at a time, and you'll see them. And there's actually ones, Blue Angels, the stunt planes, they're always around those things. Military helicopters, they love buzzing those. And it's just, they make like a clicking sound on your camera when you catch them. It'll set off your K-band, radar detector, those of you that have radar detectors, yeah, so if you guys haven't checked that channel out, Custodian File. But I'm going to show you this other one. It looked like the Jetsons. Hold on. So this is Vancouver. Now it looks just like the other one, right? Looks like the UK, the Dorchester UK one, and it looks like the one we just saw. And like I said, these kind of remind me of the dragons from Custodian File. But this one looks actually bigger. And this one actually looks like there might be some freaking pilots in there, man. Like, that's a crazy catch. Like, and there's a ton of these. So anybody that tells you, oh, there's only fuzzy pictures, no, dude, there's clear pictures out there. You know, like I said, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for you guys. But just awesome. These cases, man. And this ain't it. I'm gonna keep going. Wait till you see the next one. Yes, yes, that's the one. Look at that. Now there was a sighting. There was a case where a woman was in her yard. Now this was in Croatia, right? I'm not sure if this was when all that stuff was going on in the 90s. I don't think so. I think this was in the early 2000s. But anyway, there was this case where this old woman was just working in her garden, you know, and she looked up and she said she saw a saucer like this with the dome on the top. She could see the occupants, right? She said they had blonde hair, they were beautiful. There was a man and a woman inside this thing, and that they were looking at her with like the most sympathetic look. And that interview struck me when I watched that. I mean, I would love to find the clip and put it in here, although I'm probably not going to, you know, because you really got to watch. You get copyright so fast. But this idea of these beings that look like us, you know, beautiful people. That's what they look like. Some, if they're not these grays with the big eyes and the big heads, it's these beautiful people that look just like us. And is that because they can manipulate our perceptions, that they can just appear this way to us? Maybe that's not actually how they look. I don't know. It's a really interesting question, though. But yeah, what do you guys think of that? Let me know in the comments, man. Have you guys ever seen anything like this? I've never seen craft like this. The things that I've seen are like lights in the sky that make crazy zigzagging moves at nighttime with night vision binoculars, and nothing ever like this. Like if I would see something like this, you know what I mean? I don't even know if I'd be able to get my camera out fast enough. I'd be so shocked that I was looking at what I was looking at, you know? So this one was really crazy because they said they were driving home from a wedding. What year was I believe this was 2006, and it was in Poland. So they were driving home from a wedding reception. They were, you know, high spirits. They had been drinking, and they see this thing fly over the car. They think it's like a ball, right? So, but then their car just stops running. And so they get out to check the car and they notice that the van behind them, the van stopped running also. So both them and the van are outside. They're looking at their cars like, what the hell's going on? And they see this thing in the field. And the guy starts clipping pictures, man. Just look at this picture. Kind of reminds you of what? Kind of reminds you of the Boogosphere. Right, right. Wait do you see the next one? The next one is just as awesome, man. Can't see if I can find it. This is a picture from, I guess, when he just steps out of the car. You can kind of see it in the distance up there in the sun. And luckily, he had a really great camera because he was taking these photos at this wedding. And let me see if I can find you a better one here. Look at that. Look at that. So anyway, the thing when the thing flies away, their cars start right back up and they just keep on going. So this case was reported, you know, to this place. It's really losing me the name of the this UFO reporting place where I got these pictures, but I will definitely leave a link in the description. Awesome story, and the thing is, they'll have the pictures, and then they'll have the story that goes along with the pictures. I actually have one. I think the Vancouver one. The guy wanted $30,000 for the picture. You know, like, come on, dude, are you serious? Of course, this was in like 2005, 2006. So I don't know if he got it. I don't know if he got the 30 grand or not. Probably not. He wouldn't get it today. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys these flicks. Pretty awesome, right? And this is the last one. This is the last from the Poland. Just look at that. Boogosphere. Doesn't it look like a boogosphere kinda? Except it got that rim around it, so it kinda makes you wonder, like, are these things actually real? And at first I was really thinking that the boogosphere was gonna be a hoax, but, I've heard things about weight differences, weights have changed on it. These fake people dressed up in police uniforms tried to rob the place and get it. There was threats made to these people who have the boogosphere. So it's just a really interesting, awesome case. Yeah, man. Let me know what you think. Well, thanks for watching. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys like the pictures. What you guys think, man? And listen, sometimes I like to put up evidence. You know what I mean? And yes, it wasn't videos, not TikTok videos. May not have been the most entertaining thing, but there were pretty clear pictures. They were from around the world, and you saw different ones that resembled each other from from opposite sides of the globe. And I think that this reinforces the credibility of the people that were having the sightings. I'll leave a link in the description to the site where these pictures came off of. And let me know what you guys think, man. Have you guys ever seen anything like this? I'm going to tell you, the only things I've seen in the sky are lights that do zigzag moves and stuff like that. One time I seen something and this went on for a week. And it would be right around sunset. It was summertime, so like right around 8 o'clock at night, I'd say 8:30 maybe. When the sun would be dropping, it would hit this. It was definitely metallic, and there was lights blinking on it, but it was stationary, and it would sit there until it got dark. And when I asked people, like, "Do you see that?" They would say, "Yeah." I'd point it out to them. This was like in 2010, 2011, up around Lake Erie. So if any of you guys are from up around there, and you saw this object at that time, let me know what the hell it was. My friends would be like, "Oh man, it's a space station. It's a satellite." But I'd be like, "Yeah, dude, but it's not moving. It's just sitting there." And it was like just far enough to where you couldn't really make out what it was. But I don't know if that was anomalous. You know what I mean? I don't have any proof, but that. So aside from that, it's just been like crazy synchronicities, deja vu, weird dreams, things of this nature. And I think that when you really dive into this subject, start researching, you'll start noticing these strange events in your life, and you start paying attention to them more. Things take on more of a meaning in your life. At least that's my experience. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, man. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.